G'day everyone, it's Benny from Benny's Bricks and welcome to my first video. Today I'm just going to do a bit of a room tour of the Lego room. It's always a work in progress in here, always something I'll find that I want to change or make better. Right now I'm standing at the door, so this is the view you get when you first walk in. It's a little bit messy, lots of boxes of unbuilt Lego brought in from the house and just dumped on top of the table because I've been busy finishing underneath the table lighting. So let's take the step down. First thing you see is all the parts. Bags and bags of parts. Trains, trees, coloured bricks, minifigures. Most of this stuff will go into buildings or vehicles, things in the city, landscaping, all that sort of stuff. Just below that, we've got my previously built Star Wars prequels sets that I've boxed up. I haven't been out of those containers for a few years, so I'm looking forward to getting all that done. Bit of a view of the lighting. Looks pretty good. Was a nightmare to complete, but it's worth it. Just to the right of that, we've got a Star Wars UCS shelf with all the good guy models. Some of the newer ones, the older ones, and some hard old classics. The Y-Wing, I love it. So moving along here, a couple of spare pick-a-brick cups. You can tell I've been there a couple of times, down to the Lego Discovery Centre. Quite a good feature being able to pick what you want. Some classic boxes, they'll be parted out. The mixels, so this is my strategy. Whenever the kids come round and ask, Benny, can I build something? This is what they'll be doing. That should keep them busy for a while. Down the bottom here, some of the ones they've already had a crack at and taken apart. Good on them. Just in the corner here, a lot of Lego City official sets and a few other miscellaneous ones that will also be going into my city. So a lot of the vehicles and minifigs I will definitely use to liven up the city once it's done. Some of the buildings not so much. I might expand them or just rip them down for parts, mock up my own buildings. Doctor Who. Alright, just on the left here, we've got the Bad Guys UCS shelf, the mega shelf. So I've only got a couple built at the minute. This shelf is where the Millennium Falcon will go. I've just got a pile of more LED strips for these shelves. It's my one spare sort of workbench over here. It's a bit messy, some few knives and other knickknacks I use to cut everything up. Below that, I've got a whole heap of new boxed Star Wars sets. Can't wait to get into them. Some of them I've had for quite a while because I just haven't had the space to display them. Some of the newer stuff from the newer movies. Force Awakens there. Rogue One. Last Jedi. And the Executor Super Star Destroyer. Can't wait to get into that one. One of my more favourites from recent years is the Slave One. Beautiful. The old Star Destroyer, haven't had that built for a good 10 years I reckon. The Death Star 2's in that tub next to my computer. I built that just before Christmas so I can get some video editing and other productivity stuff done nice and quick. It's a bit of a beast. The Xbox, Death Star and some more sets. A few other parts bins that'll be sorted out at some point. Underneath this shelf, so this is my original trilogy pre-built stuff. Again, these haven't seen the sunshine in a few years. I can't wait to get into that. So on to some of the bigger Lego City stuff. So this one, the mining kit, I just got this the last couple of days. I think I'll put a mine in the city somewhere under cover. A few police stations, fire stations, things like that. Coast Guard. The Ghostbusters firehouse. Can't wait to get into that one. Simpsons. My favourites. The trains. There's going to be a lot of train related stuff in my city. I love them. A couple of Horizon Express. Make that a nice long one. some creator expert models, modular buildings, a few double ups because I'm going to expand or make them taller. In the case of the Palace Cinema, make a really big one. The Town Hall, and one of the newer Lego Ideas fishing hut. Beautiful building, that one. Heading around, we've got some smaller creator sets. So some of the houses I think I'll build and keep as they are. The rest of them I'll part out or mock them up somehow. A few Lego Friends sets. You never know, if you find some good stuff in there. I think they've got a hot dog van and a few other bits and pieces, some good parts. Yeah, the Speed Champions, love the cars, especially like the Mustang classic sort of cars. So they'll be hooning around the city sooner or later. Can't wait. Basically all the base plates I'm going to need are here. I think I've got everything. Hell of a lot of straight roads, always need a lot of them. Don't need many of them. Plenty of green, plenty of water. Looking good. The superheroes corner, all the box stuff. I like Marvel and DC as much as each other. Love it all. Can't wait to get into this stuff. Down below I've just got some of the unbuilt stuff that I've had built in the past, especially all their superhero stuff. When the movies come out I used to build them for those couple of weeks and then take them apart a bit later. There's some Bionicles, a couple of mocks over there too. Another better view of the lighting. So I got quite a few strips going through and they were an absolute nightmare. They just wouldn't stick. These frames are powder coated steel and they were really clean before I stuck them on. Just didn't want to happen, so I had to wrap them with some outdoor tape. The heavy duty stuff, and they're looking good now. It was well worth it in the end. I'm really pleased. There's a view of all that stuff again, and the TV. I managed to hide just about all the electronics behind it, so it looks nice and clean. Just that one channel going up to the top there for a few cables. Good effort. The roller door, I'm probably going to chuck a few posters up there, some Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Doctor Who, stuff like that. Maybe some other independent art from, you know, Comic Con sellers. You can find some good stuff. Up in this corner, perfect little shelf to fit in there. Actually had to build it into the corner. Fits perfectly. Ninjago and Nexo Knights currently sitting in there. Look, I might be able to fit them all in once they're built. We'll see. If not, might reserve a spot under the table. Couple of unfinished shelves. This will be mostly for the buildable figures, Bionicles, things like that. Can store a few extra up high where I won't bump my head. We've got the air conditioner. For any Aussies out there, you know we've got a pretty hot summer, so this has been getting a good workout. Thank you so much. So just another view of the middle where I'll be spending most of my time standing. I've got my keyboard and mouse in there with a bit of a chair so I can sit down and work on the computer. It's actually a lapdog that's holding the keyboard and mouse, so you can just put it on your lap. It's sort of one unit, works really well. Nice view of that mega shelf for the UCS models over there. Up top, for now I've got some boxes stored up there, and I may continue to store some of the more collectible things up there, unless I run out of space, and then I'll have to store some models up there, maybe some bigger Technic sets, things like that. Nice view of the computer. So that about wraps it up, guys, for the room tour. When there's things to sort of talk about, I'll do an update, but pretty much the next video I'll do is going to be about these tables and getting them prepped for the city, getting all the elevations right, talking about what might go where. I'll talk a little bit about what's going on underneath. Each one of the tables is going to have a different theme, lots of Star Wars, battlefields, things like that. So yeah, that'll do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get back to it. See you guys.